everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Jordan and we have quite a bit of fun here on my channel, so I would love it if you subscribed and joined our little fam. As you can tell by the title, today we're just doing a cute little Q&A. So I asked you guys on my Instagram story to send me any questions you have, and so I've compiled a list, and today we're just going to be sitting down and answering everything you guys sent me. If you guys wanted to but did not send in a question for today's question and answer, make sure you're following me on Instagram, because that is where I usually always do my little polls for a Q&A. I will have my Instagram and my Twitter in the description as per usual, and let's hop into the questions. I did actually receive a few questions on my YouTube community tab, so we're gonna just start with those. Do you want kids one day / a family? What are your thoughts on balancing family life with a busy or unconventional career? That is a heavy question to start with. I definitely do want to have a family, and I definitely want kids one day, but I am a fresh 23, like I literally just turned 23 a month ago, so that's not really in my plan for the next probably 5 years. I definitely want to do many more years of professional skating and shows, so I don't want to even think about kids until I am done with that. It's definitely something I want in the future, but I will revisit that topic in like half a decade. As far as balancing family life with a very busy schedule, the most helpful tip I can say is to create a schedule that works for you. So obviously prioritize what is most important to you and your time, but also mesh in quality time with the people you love. What do you do work-wise other than YouTube? So YouTube is not necessarily even a job for me, it's just a hobby. I would love to turn it into a career. It is more of a passion. It's definitely not a job. My job title is technically a professional figure skater, so I do work on a cruise ship, but I also want to explore other tours and ice shows around the world. What would your ultimate dream house look like? This is a good question. I don't really have like a vision in mind per se, but I definitely love the look of like a dark charcoal gray house. And I do like a really clean cut and modern looking house. Yeah, I have a Pinterest board full of like house ideas, but it's in the far future. But I think the style of house I really like is very sleek and modern. Nothing too, over the top or crazy. I love granite countertops, and yeah. What do you want to do after figure skating on a cruise ship? Like I said, I want to do professional shows for a few more years, quite a bit more years actually. But after that, I want to use my degree. I have a degree in fashion merchandising, so my dream is to open my own boutique. So I'm thinking that I'm going to start an online boutique, and then depending on how well that does, eventually open a brick and mortar store. But that has been my dream for as long as I can remember. I also would love to be a stylist, like a celebrity stylist, or for like magazines or film. Do you have any clips that didn't make your vlogs when you were on board? If so, you could make it into one whole video. I think that would be awesome. That is actually such a great idea. I would have to look back at my old memory cards and see if I have any bits here and there that I have saved. Because I was filming so much footage, I had to kind of delete most of the original footage after I exported a vlog, just so I could make space on a memory card for the next video. I think going forward, I'm gonna just keep buying more memory cards so that I can keep those original raw clip videos. But yeah, I will definitely look into that. Now we're gonna go over to Instagram. Are you getting a car for yourself? So I definitely have the savings to get a car, but I wanted to hold off on buying myself a car for as long as I can, just because it's not really necessary for me to have at this moment. Obviously, with the world on pause and my job on pause, I am home a lot longer than expected, but usually I would only be home like 1 to 2 months at a time. So for me personally, it's not really worth buying or leasing a car if I'm only going to use it 3 months out of the entire year. But again, you know, depending on what happens to my job and my career, if I am going to be home all next year or something like that, I will definitely consider buying one, but for now I'm gonna hold off. What advice would you give to competitive skaters whose goals are sectionals and nationals? I absolutely love this question. So the biggest thing I could say is to just keep pushing through. Of course, there's always gonna be days where you're just not feeling motivated or you're just having a really rough day at practice and you want to give up, but champions are not created from medals, they are created from the tough days that you have to push through. Also, do not compare yourself to others because everybody's growth is different and it goes at a different rate. I also personally think it's very detrimental and toxic to compare yourself to others. Just focus on yourself and, you know, like they always say, keep your eye on the prize. Oh, I love this question. Favorite memory from this year? Well, the first 3 months of 2020 were spectacular for me, then the world shut down, so. But I want to say my favorite memory from 2020 so far was actually a port day in Malaga, Spain. It was our second last day of my contract and we had the entire day to just go out and explore downtown Malaga. I had never been to Spain before that, so it was just such a fun day with my cast. We had a really delicious lunch, we walked around, shopped a bit. It was just such a nice day, and also that was the last day that I can remember that life felt normal. No one was wearing masks, gloves. It was before COVID really, you know, took over. But it was just really a special day and it was such a great way to close out the contract. Are you planning to work in a fashion-related career or do you want to pursue skating more? Just going back to what I said before, I want to actually pursue both equally. While I'm young and super in shape and fit and all that, I want to obviously pursue skating and travel the world as much as I can with that job. I also don't know what opportunities can come from different shows and, you know, networking. I will just see the way that life takes me, but when I do retire from professional skating, I want to, like I said before, open my own boutique. How are you perfect at everything? Definitely not perfect at everything at all. I wouldn't even say I'm talented per se. I just have a really good work ethic and I'm very driven, so I just like working really, really hard, and if it's something that I'm really passionate about, I will do any and everything I can to learn more and grow and improve. Abby asked diet ? So I'm not technically on a diet at all. I just have like a healthy, balanced lifestyle, but I will be shortly posting a what I eat in a day video so you can kind of see like what a full day of eating looks like for me. I do have a few others already on my channel if you want to check them out, but I am not on a diet at all. Fave places to shop. So I love to thrift, but I would say my favorite stores of all time to shop at are Forever 21, Zara, oh, and of course TJ Maxx and Marshalls. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you miss skating in Studio B? Is 25 an acceptable number on the scale? Because I miss Studio B every single day. I always look back at pictures and I'm just speechless. I'm in awe at the beauty of Studio B. Favorite color? My favorite color is pink, but yellow is also like a very close second. It was my favorite color when I was really young and it's making its comeback. I can't say I like it more than pink, but it's like neck and neck with pink. If you could travel to any place in the world and it's all paid for, where would you go? There's a lot of places that I would love to visit again. I've been to like, I want to say like 16 countries, something like that. I think for this question I would want to travel somewhere new, so I would say either Bora Bora or Greece. How long have you been skating for? I have been skating for 19 years. I started when I was 4. I was almost 5, but now I'm 23, so What made you start your YouTube channel? Thank you for asking me this. I don't think I've ever been asked this before. Since I was young, I always loved photographing and videoing everything. I was that girl on Vidstar making all types of music videos, and I always just loved watching YouTube. And after a really long time of thinking about it, I decided to just jump into it and create my own channel. And I genuinely just love YouTube so much. I love the community around it, creating videos, editing, the whole entire process. I would consider myself to be a very creative person, so it is just a great outlet to expand my creativity. And yeah. What is one product or thing you could not live without? One thing I could not live without is my friends and my family. Super cliche, but besides that, one thing I could not live without? Coffee. Iced coffee. Why did I have to think about that? That's it, it's settled. Favorite item you like right now? So I think my favorite product at the current moment is the Laneige sleep mask. So many people were talking about it, and I finally got it, and I got it the vanilla one, and I have just been obsessed with it. I'm applying it all the time, like before I go to bed, and it's also just a really great gloss to throw on. Favorite part about skating? I also love this question. My favorite thing about skating is probably how confident it makes me feel and how happy it makes me, because it is the biggest stress reliever and it always just puts me in the most amazing mood. When I'm skating, I just feel so free and powerful and strong and confident, and it's giving me goosebumps even just like talking about it. But I really hope that everybody has something that they're extremely passionate about, and for me that's skating. I literally could not live my life without it. What cosmetic surgery would you do? I don't think anything. I do feel comfortable in my own skin, and for the most part, like my appearance. Also, one thing I do want to get done is I want to get my earring hole sewn shut because it's super pulled and I can't wear earrings with it. And technically, that is cosmetic surgery. So probably that would be the only thing. Favorite movie? Ooh. Oh gosh, this is so hard for me to decide. I have so many movies in mind. I think my go-to that I always say is Interstellar. That movie just makes me feel some type of way. I'm really into space. I love space. What got you into ice skating? So, as you guys may or may not know, my mom was a skater herself when she was younger, and she was my skating coach, but she did not want to put me into skating. Like, neither of my parents did, actually. I begged her and begged her for so long to let me try, because she used to always bring me with her to work, and I would sit in the little penalty box and watch her coach. So one day she finally let me start, and I haven't looked back since. Also, disclaimer, I was so awful when I started. I did not bend my knees. They were completely locked like this, so every time I tried to skate, I just face planted. So I actually had to wear a hockey helmet when I started because I was like literally the worst skater ever. And for the last question of this Q&A video is, when will your next contract be? I'm missing the Aboard with Jord. Girl, me too. I'm missing Aboard with Jord more than I can even express. But unfortunately, I do not have an answer for you because I don't even know when I'm going back. The good news is though, is that a couple other cruise lines have started sailing again in like Europe. So that is definitely a good sign. I'm really hopeful that by January of 2021, I will be off again for my next contract, but I really just don't know. I wish I did, but I just don't. So that is all for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this little Q&A. If you missed sending in a question, that is totally okay. I love filming these, so you can always feel free to DM me or send me any type of questions you have and I will answer them. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button as well as that subscribe button, and turn on the bell so that you are notified every time I post a new video. I post every Monday and Friday. But I love you all so much. Thank you for watching this video and supporting me and my channel, and I will just see you in my next video. Bye guys.